Back?
Oops.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Hi, guys and gals.
Thomas Shanks, or whichever Shanks you are. There's so
Yes.
many Shanks. Is it Jane? Is it William? Is it Thomas? Is
Who
it
knows?
Alice? I don't know. We like all the Shanks. You guys are like one uber swarm of delight to us. Like bees buzzing around, pollinating flowers and pollinating our hearts with the love that we feel for you over there across the pond is what you say.
Yes.
When you're in America and you're talking about England, you say, "Oh, across the pond."
Do they say that in vice versa?
Do you guys say that
you guys
to us?
say-
Al puppy, Al puppy. Nice to see you, Al puppy. That was embarrassing. I don't know why I made that song. I sounded weak and ineffectual.
You did.
I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna hope that no one remembers that I said that.
We're going to start. Well,
We're gonna dive in. We have a
Okay.
lot to cover. We have things to share and say. The reading of.
Wonder Undercover begins. Chapter 1.
You know what's really lucky? The first chapter of this book is mercifully short.
Oh, good.
Yes. Okay. And the second chapter,
Oh,
mercifully short. I think I'm learning, you guys.
To make
I think
shorter
as I go
chapters?
along, I'm learning to make shorter chapters. Robbie, why you gotta
sorry,
crowd
my-
me out?
Arm is like
I'm sorry, Robbie.
breaking.
Greetings. We're gonna have greetings. We're going to have water, songs,
Running, ace running.
Yeah. We're not going to mess around. We're going to do these things. We're going to listen to songs while we drink water.
What?
Robbie, will you please explain running, ace running to me?
Okay, so my mom was Japanese. She was born in Japan. She didn't learn to speak English until she was in her mid-20s and had moved to America.
A remarkable, amazing, extraordinary person.
Yes. But she often had like very strange ways of saying things
Yeah.
because English was not her first language. And she learned to speak pretty well. I thought she spoke very well until I started realizing a lot of the things that she said that I just took for granted that made sense, but they don't actually make sense. So one time, often she would write me letters, and they were so wonderful that I would sometimes post them on my door in college so that my housemates could look and see the wonderful things that my mom said. So one of the things was she was working in Alaska and something happened and she had to move very quickly from one place to another. So she said that she was running, ace running.
Right?
Which
When Robbie turned 21 years old, she wrote Robbie a letter and trying to give her some life advice. And says, once you turn 21, Robbie, your life will go like a crazy belt.
life goes like a crazy belt. And I was like, sure, Mom, thanks for the advice. And I hung up the phone and I was like,
What does that mean?
what is that supposed to mean?
We know now.
Now we
It's
know.
not like the belt around your waist.
She was talking about like a belt in
fan
a
belt.
motor, a fan belt.
Now, the purpose of running, ace running
Yes.
was to get through this part of the agenda quickly,
Oh.
and you have done the opposite.
Sorry.
Just put the songs on. We're
Oh.
singing and we're running, ace running,
Oh my gosh.
songs,
Oh my gosh.
theme songs, drinking,
song,
all at
original
once.
theme song.
If you also want to... Whoa, that was a challenge. Challenge I was able to meet.
The Robbie and Matthew, the Robbie and Matthew Show.
Nice work, Robbie. Nice work. All right. We are going to have next on the agenda review of apologies. For anyone who missed it yesterday, we gave you guys a hard time. We thought yesterday was Thursday.
It was not.
And so
It
we
was
wanted
not.
you to have your research done by the end of the day yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday was actually Wednesday, so when we yelled at you and told you that you were unreasonable for asking for more time, we apologize.
Sorry.
We are fallible, and fallible is a word that means capable of error.
Making mistakes.
I know you think that it's almost impossible that we could make mistakes.
Here's the thing. I do want you all to realize, as
Yes.
children, you often think that adults know what's going on
Oof.
and have a handle on things.
Don't tell our children that that's not true, okay? We want them to think we have a handle on things.
But as a wise person yourself, recognize that adults don't always know what's going on.
No.
They often have the wrong answers for things.
No.
If you ask them a difficult philosophical question, sometimes they'll just make something up
Yeah.
and they'll just tell you, and you will think your entire life that it's true. Like, there are these little tiny strawberries that grew in my backyard when I was growing up, and they were tiny, and I always thought they looked delicious. They're like some kind of weed, and my mom said that they were poisonous. So I grew up thinking they were poisonous. Mostly, she didn't want me to eat them.
I didn't want you to eat them either. Robbie,
And-
they're still poisonous.
They aren't poisonous.
No, I'm telling you that so you won't
They
eat
just
them.
don't taste good. So that's why nobody eats them.
I would like to point out that El Puppy
Yes.
thinks it is impossible that we don't know everything. I assume that's what she means when she says it's impossible. She thinks we are without flaw, and I agree. All
That
right.
is wrong.
Kato and Alden are watching El Puppy. That is true. Yeah, I do. All right, here we go. With a review of apologies, we're sorry.
Yes.
Taylor Ham.
Admiration.
All right, you guys. Finally.
Wait, you didn't
finally,
put it in the fridge?
I did not.
Oh. Oh.
In the middle of the last episode, I did finally unbox the Taylor ham. You guys, 3 pounds of pure delight. The question is,
do like the
should I
design,
eat
too.
it all right now
No.
or wait till
No,
later?
you have to share it with your family.
Right, that wasn't really something I was considering. Whether I eat it now or later, I'm going to eat all of it. And I'm going to become 3 pounds more magnificent. Listen to it.
That is a solid piece.
Listen to the sound of the Taylor ham being met with my mighty palm.
Wow.
All right?
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you to everyone who made the Taylor ham come into my life. I will be responsible for taking it out of my life. Shall we read chapter 1 of Wonder Undercover? I think it's time. Guys, we're going to dive right in to book 3.
Guess what I don't have?
Oh, you have not gotten that ready, have you? Okay, I will riff.
Hold on.
Yeah?
You riff for a little bit.
Oh, riff and wrangle? You don't even think you have it,
I have
do
to see
you?
if I have book 3.
All right, are we going to do the cake taste test today?
No,
Or-
that's tomorrow. That's for party time.
Oh.
Right. Tell everyone that.
I thought we were going to compare cakes tomorrow.
Yes.
We were going to test this one today. Not
Oh.
true? I am going to, while you look for the PDF, look for
Yeah.
the PDF. I will show what happened.
Wait, you can't go away.
I
Oh, okay.
brought it.
Oh, good.
Robbie created the base of the zesty chocolate cake, you guys. Last night, Robbie and Alden dug deep into their collective capacity. They mixed up the butter and the sugar and the eggs. They clabbered some milk. They put some cinnamon in here, some cocoa, all sorts of things.
No cinnamon.
No cinnamon. I'm making stuff up right now. This is the zesty chocolate cake that we will be sharing and tasting tomorrow. We're going to compare it tomorrow to a Coke cake and see which we think is better. and
Yes,
see if we
I
can
got a
tell them
Coke
apart.
cake from Principal Ella's mom.
Well, the recipe, not the
Yes.
cake.
Yeah.
The recipe.
Sorry.
Yes. All right.
So, yes.
So, Robbie, how close are we to being able to...
I don't know. You need to keep talking. Maybe you should...
Robbie flaunts her Coco painting. Robbie, could you please hand me this painting of Coco for El Puppy and anyone else who missed it? Robbie began but did not complete painting young Coco. Coco kind of looks like a mime right now. Coco looks like a dog that put on a mime makeup and is going to create a fake wall or step into a fake box or drink a fake glass of water. If you don't know what a mime is, it's a very specific kind of clown or a very specific type of pantomime artist that creates an imaginary world simply by pretending he or she is holding onto a rope or opening a door. It's pretty cool to see it done well. So maybe look on YouTube and look for mime videos, maybe with your parents' permission. But it's pretty cool to see someone who's really good at pantomime creating a world that's not really there simply by gesturing and pretending to hold. Really good mimes can pretend like they're going down the staircase or going backwards on an escalator. It's really cool.
I have some disappointing news for you.
What is it?
Due to my network connection for some reason not connecting,
You are unable to...
I'm unable to fetch the Wonder Undercover.
It's not on Dropbox? Not on Dropbox? Not somewhere that we can... This is called planning ahead.
I know. I'm
and
so
it's something
sorry,
that you have
everyone.
to do it when you decide. Maybe in the imprint McCoy's. We're gonna get here, guys. We're going to figure this out.
This is terrible.
It is.
Matthew, maybe you could get your guitar and sing a song.
No, I don't think this is a guitar day. I think this is a day for... why don't I just read, and we'll show you the illustrations another time.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to start Chapter 1, Dublinger Discord. Why don't you hold the book up? I'll get another copy of it, and you just show the illustrations. Or you can do it with the camera over my shoulder for today, Robbie. Okay, let's do it with the camera over my shoulder for today.
Okay.
That's doable.
Here, no, I will actually hold it up. Do we have... No, we don't have...
No, let's just do it this way. Okay.
Gosh, you guys.
All right, this is okay. This is responding on the fly. This is reinforcing our point
There we go.
about fallibility. In this way, you can make little comments and gestures and point to illustrations as you will. The name's Moxie McCoy, the world's greatest fourth grade detective. Here I am, 20 minutes before school starts, standing behind an extremely large bush. Why? Because Emily Estevez, my very best friend in the whole entire world, asked me to. It's a sneaky place to stand, and I like it. Emily appears with a look that means she has terrible news or has recently eaten too much vinegar. What did you have for breakfast? I ask. Toast and jam. Well, what's the bad news? The truth is I have very good news. But Emily says good the way a doctor says, don't worry, this won't hurt a bit, right before jamming a needle into your arm. Please try to keep an open mind, Emily says. I always do. You sometimes don't. I'm tempted to feel wounded, but since I am talking to Emily, good as cheesecake, pure as water from the door of the refrigerator, I decide to keep an open mind. Emily has never led me astray. I will try, I say. Good, says Emily. The truth is, I have a case for you. But the name of your new client might surprise you. I have traveled the wide world. I have been to New Jersey, which is to say, nothing surprises me. Emily glances over my shoulder and gives a nod. I turn and see one unlovable Dublinger lurking behind a different bush nearby. The Dublinger twins, Tammy and Tracy, are my sworn enemies. Tracy is queen of things that are awful and irritating, and Tammy is the jester in her court. At the moment, I can't tell which Dublinger I'm looking at, because they have similar sneers and identical noses, and always wear matching accessories. The Dublinger approaches. I am preparing to say, "Scram!" or "Fiend begone!" or "Unholy ghoul, go haunt a different bush." But Emily speaks first. "Hello, Tammy. Moxie has agreed to hear about your case and to keep an open mind." "Hello, Tammy," I say, with about as much pleasure as I might get from kissing a clam. I wonder if this is one of those times when it's okay to kick your best friend in the shin. Tammy gnaws at the center of my soul with her beady blue termite teeth eyes. "What seems to be the problem?" asks Milton, surprising me a little. If I forgot to mention that my puny little brother Milton has been standing beside me this whole time, it's because he's so short that it almost hurts my neck to look down that far. Milton fancies himself a detective, and technically we're partners, so I let him tag along when I'm working on cases. He sometimes says useful things, but mostly he collects dust and resembles a miniature accountant. "Well?" I ask, tapping my foot to make perfectly clear how little patience I have left. "It's better if I show you," says Tammy, who looks as if she'd rather tickle a triceratops than talk to me. She pulls back her coat and reveals her Wonder Scout sash. "Ugh," I say, before I can stop. And then, even though I could definitely stop, I say it again. Ugh! The Wonder Scouts is a group of girls who think they are better than every other person on the planet. They wear blue sashes loaded with meaningless badges. They spend at least 2 hours a day combing their hair. They meet 3 times a week to come up with new ways to be awful. They have always made me think of Annabelle Adams' Girl Detective Volume 23, Not So Nice Guys, in which a group of seemingly pleasant and charitable citizens turns out to be a renegade band of no-good swindlers who help little old ladies cross the street but then steal their purses and use their money to send fragile toys filled with glitter to unsuspecting toddlers. But despite all that is wrong with the Wonder Scouts, I can't help but be enchanted by Tammy's blue sash. It is a magnificent mosaic of colorful patches, each a delicately embroidered reminder of accomplishment. "So," says Milton, trying to get us back on track, "what seems to be the problem?" Tammy Dublinger points to the one empty spot on her sash. "The Master Baker Badge. It's the last one I need to become the first Wonder Scout to get all 20 badges, and I can't seem to do it." "Nobody's perfect," says Milton, in a comforting way. "I am," says Tammy, in an irritating way. "Apparently not," I say, looking at Tammy the way you look at a swarm of gnats before pulling out your bug spray. "Maybe not perfect, but I absolutely know how to mix up a perfect meringue. And yet every time I've tried during a badge challenge, something has gone mysteriously wrong." "Do you want me to teach you how to make meringue?" asks Milton. "I might be able to find a recipe online." "No," says Tammy. "I make perfect meringue at home. The only thing standing between me and the Master Baker Badge is Tracy. I know she is sabotaging me. I just don't know how." Suddenly, this case has my undivided attention. If Tammy is a rainy day that ruins your picnic, Tracy is a full-blown hurricane that flattens your pony-themed birthday party. One Dublinger is hiring me to bring about the downfall of the other. This is the most wonderful thing since the invention of the book. I got my 19th badge a month ago, At that point, Tracy only had 14. Now she has 19 badges too. Now she could become the first Wonder Scout to get all 20 badges, which would be unacceptable. Tammy is getting pretty worked up. It's really kind of wonderful. What exactly do you want us to do? I ask. Figure out what Tracy is doing to keep me from winning this badge. Expose her as the sneaky, lying cheater that she is. Tammy pulls out $1 from her pocket. Will you take my case? She asks, suddenly reluctant, as if asking a giraffe to lick her earlobe. Milton and I lock eyes. The challenge is clear, but the answer is, oh, heck, yes. We've been looking for the next big case, and this one is the real McCoy.
Dun, dun, dun.
We made it! We made it through! We troubleshot. We dealt with adversity. We overcame our lack of preparation, and we landed it, you guys. We stuck it like Mary Lou Retton in the 1984 Olympics. That's how it goes sometimes when you are flying by the seat of your proverbial pants. Mm-hmm. Friends, I feel good about that. Everybody feel good about that? We launched the new book. Moxie has been hired by Tammy Dublinger to find out what Tracy Dublinger is doing wrong.
I think want it's to quite point something
delicious. Out. Oh, Robbie, are you going to draw attention to some of your good work?
Well,
yes. Let me see.
I wasn't thinking of that, but then now that I see this,
okay,
this is one of my favorite little bits.
Oh my gosh.
This is Tammy made out of a swarm of gnats.
Oh my gosh!
I thought that was funny.
That took a lot of drawing.
It took a lot of little drawing of little bugs.
I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. Can we look at your recipe for zesty chocolate cake that we were looking at?
Sure.
I have a question for you because this is something that I would be conflicted about if I were an illustrator. Can you go to the place where there are the 6 different tablespoons in the lower left-hand corner?
Yeah.
Okay. So look at that. Zoom in on the boil, the pot, and the tablespoons. My question for you is, knowing that you had 6 of the same thing, did you draw each one separately or did you cut and paste it?
I cut and pasted.
Okay.
I ordinarily would draw each one separately.
If it was for a book, right?
If it was for a book.
Yeah.
But because I literally finished it about 30 seconds before we were supposed to go live. So yes, I speedily did that.
But I wanted to make this point. Sometimes in our books, Robbie will have to draw like 100 bees or something.
Well, I did absolutely cut and paste for the sketch. So for this little swarm of gnats.
Yeah.
There we go. You can see that they're basically all the same shape of gnat. But what I did was I did the sketch and I just copied and pasted and put them into the shape. Mm-hmm. And then for the final, I drew them each so they each have a little bit of variation, but they're ultimately...
Which is important. Like, it's part about illustrator pride, right? You'd kind of feel like you were cheating if you had 4 dogs and you just cut and pasted them because each dog is different, right?
Well, it is something that people... that even if you don't notice...
you kind of do notice,
you kind of do notice. You can feel when something is...
Is it the uncanny valley?
It is a little bit of the uncanny valley. Is that you can see, your brain sees the repetition a little bit, or sees that it's just been manipulated instead of drawn individually. And I think that I sometimes see it, and it looks a little bit like computerized somehow.
Yeah.
Or it just doesn't look authentic somehow.
And I respect you for doing the extra work it takes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But that actually wasn't even the thing that I was going to show you.
Okay.
The thing that I was going to show you was on this page.
Yeah.
Suddenly reluctant, as if asking a giraffe to lick her earlobe. We once went to an animal sanctuary.
It was a rescue.
It was a rescue.
Yeah.
And people do all kinds of strange things, and apparently a person had bought a giraffe and kept it in their garage as a pet. And so these people rescued it from that because the garage was too small, and the poor giraffe was sort of like that for its youth as it grew up. And so one of the things that they did at this sanctuary was that you could feed the giraffes, which I thought, that sounds fun. And we had our kids with us, and so you buy a little cup of carrots, and then you hold them up to the giraffe, and that giraffe takes its tongue, which is like a foot long.
Oh,
please, somebody
or longer.
Look up how long a giraffe's tongue is.
Research assistance, please.
Yes. And you stand there, and I didn't realize this at the time until it happened to me. The giraffe reached down with his tongue, and the tongue went, and then it grabbed the carrots out of my hand as if it were a hand.
Do you know who had the good sense not to get anywhere near the giraffe tongue? That would be Matthew Swanson, who anticipated something with giraffe saliva would be happening.
My hand was dripping with giraffe slobber.
It was horrible.
It was.
It's surprising
so
to me that I
nasty.
still even love Robbie.
I know.
Given how disgusting her hand was at that moment. I still do, but it feels... All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I just wanted to let you know that was based on a true story.
That was based on a true story indeed. All right, let's see if we have anything left here.
Yes.
Robbie...
Flaunch your cocoa painting. You
What does
already
that say?
did that. We teach you how to draw cocoa. We're going to do that tomorrow.
What does that
Party
say?
time. Appropriately timed threats.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, now it is Thursday.
Yes.
Now we can tell you with glee in our eyes
Yes.
that if you want to send us research, please do it by midnight. We really will not be accepting any research that arrives tomorrow. We're going to harden our hearts and not accept any research that... No. By the end of the day. It's possible to show it in
Matthew's
some...
really trying to protect me.
I'm trying to
because
protect
what
Robbie.
happens is that I end up spending all morning trying to put the research together while also tending to Jasper.
So any
and
research
everything else.
that you want us to share tomorrow must come by the end of today. If it comes tomorrow, maybe we'll show it next week.
Yes.
We're just not going to show it on Friday.
Or
okay?
yes. Who knows?
We can't.
Or
we
we'll
need
post it
we need
or
to have
something
some
will
kind of
happen.
order.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yes. What do we have?
A giraffe's tongue usually measures 18 to 20 inches long, which is a foot
That's
and
horrible.
a half.
That's horrible. So if you're standing near a giraffe head and you're like, I'm far enough away, that guy can't get me. Think
Wrong.
again. Also,
Wrong.
its neck is like 400 feet long.
Yeah.
So I mean, just stay away from giraffes. Stay away from giraffes.
If you have
stay
parrots.
away. No, just in general. Stay away from giraffes. Look at them from across the way. You and giraffes are not meant to be in the same place. That's not how the world was designed.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay, everyone. Big announcement. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's up to 109. That means there's been a recent run on the bear auction. That's kind of exciting. Yeah, we're Robbie shares her cake recipe.
share
That
my
was
cake
yesterday.
recipe.
Jokes if time allows.
Oh.
Here's the thing, you guys. I have an important business meeting at 2 o'clock.
Oh.
So we're going to end this show a couple minutes
What?
early today so I can go get on the conference call.
Oh.
So we have about 5 minutes. Can we do the jokes that we have?
I think so.
I'm going to remind you of a few things.
Yes.
Taylor ham, delicious, I assume. Number 2, Robbie will teach you tomorrow how to draw Coco the dog.
Yes.
Robbie will tomorrow taste test a couple of cakes.
Yes.
So in addition to sharing your research, we have some hard-hitting activities planned.
Yes.
So if you and your cousin and your neighbor were thinking about watching the show or not, just let them know. It's going to be a pretty good one, all right?
But
Third
it's
of all,
going to be a bit of a free-for-all, right?
as it always
it's party
is.
time.
Yeah.
Party time Friday.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so
There's
excited.
going to be, like, Taylor ham consumption, cake
yeah.
consumption.
Taylor ham comparison. I'm going to cook Taylor ham in 2 different ways.
We were
and show
also
you.
going to do a taste test between Taylor ham and Spam, because we have some Spam.
We could do that. I can't promise that. I can't promise that's going to happen. That might happen. Don't get your hopes set on that.
All right.
Don't tell your grandma that's going to happen for sure. If you tell your grandma about that, use conditional language like might, could, or maybe. All right? I don't want any disappointed grandmas.
Just so you know, conditional means that it is based on conditions.
Yes.
You're not sure it's going to happen, but if such and such happens, then potentially something.
The condition is, does
Yes.
Matthew feel like it?
Right.
All right, maybe not.
Or does Matthew have time?
Does
for
Matthew
it,
have time?
Is usually the condition.
A seal kissed El Puppy's mom at the zoo.
Yes.
Did the seal think your mom was super cute, or was it just like your mom's face was too close to the seal? Like, I want to know. Is it like a giraffe accident kind of thing?
My brother once got kissed by a parrot, and then as part of a show, like got called up on stage.
Parrot lips
to
are
be
not
kissed
pleasant.
by a parrot. The parrot went like this,
Oh, okay.
and it
All right.
made a little
Oh.
kissing sound.
Okay.
And then, after that, they told my brother that this parrot's beak is so strong that it could pinch through a 2-inch wide metal bar.
Oh my gosh.
And then
That's the worst.
they were like, "Do you want another kiss?" And he was like,
No,
"No, thank you."
No, I don't think
Yes.
so. All right.
All right.
All right, friends. Jokes.
Jokes,
I'm
jokes,
sorry, you had
jokes.
found the jokes and I took us away from the
yes,
jokes.
I had.
All right,
So,
El Pup. Wait, can I just say for a second how much I appreciate El Puppy bringing the jokes every day? It is such a service, El Puppy.
Yes.
You are like a whole segment in
whole
our show.
segment of our show,
We
yeah.
really ought to compensate you in some way. If you want to come visit, I will share up to 1 ounce of the 48 ounces of my Taylor ham with you. That's the love that I feel for you, El Puppy. That's the gratitude. All right?
All right. Why was the fraction nervous about marrying the decimal?
Ooh, because that would be such hard math.
was
Because
gonna say,
everybody
you're-
would be like,
Matthew doesn't know the answer to this
Is it
because I don't think he knows.
it's an irrational number or something
No.
like that? Because ah!
I mean, it's funny. It's a
What is
funny
it?
joke.
What is it? Tell me.
Because he would have to convert.
Oh, God, that's very,
Right?
very
That's-
nuanced. like converting religion or
yes.
converting from fractions to decimals. That's
Right.
really a good joke.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
But you
I like
have
that.
to know your math. You have to know what
You have
it
to know a
means
lot of
to
things.
get married
But I
and
think
convert.
the most satisfying jokes are the ones
Yes.
that recall.
That have a little
That's
bit
why
of
puns are so unsatisfying.
Matthew has a bad attitude about puns.
Because puns are horrible.
Some people like puns.
Sorry,
A lot of people like puns.
I don't agree with
Matthew
a lot of
does
people.
not agree with that.
Oh! All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
How do you stay warm in any room?
How do you stay warm in a room? You sit next to the heating vent. You wear a super sweater.
This is also math related.
Rub your hands together.
This is
So
math related.
I don't understand that clue. Tell me.
You go to the corner because it's always
Radical?
90 degrees.
Oh!
That's a
I
good
like
one,
that.
too.
Where are these good
Yes.
jokes coming from? I
And
love
this is
them.
a math theme. Math
Okay.
themed jokes today.
Oh, do you think El Puppy went to like mathjoke.com or something like
I
that?
don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Where do we go?
Are monsters good at math?
Yeah. Right?
The answer is yes.
Yeah. Because they're so squarey, like square rooty, squarey,
No.
because they algebra. No.
Just because you say it in a monster
Oh,
voice
because they
doesn't make it
calculus. No. Oh,
No.
G-monstery.
No.
G-monstery.
Not
Trigomonstery.
Not unless you count Dracula.
Not unless you count Dracula. That's so good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
this
yeah.
math joke section
right.
of our show. Is that it? I got to go get on my conference call, you guys.
What?
This has been a really fun and satisfying time. We had a little apology. We had a little life lessons. We had a demonstration of fallibility when we tried. If I came to visit, you would have to pay what?
We'd have to pay for it.
For you to come?
For you to come.
You know, we will come visit my dad and Judy in Kansas City, El Puppy, and we're going to come see you.
Yeah,
We're
there
going to
you go.
come to your house. We're going to give you a high five. Maybe you could serve us some Taylor ham that you order on the internet. I don't know.
I was gonna say you're
Yeah.
not gonna get Taylor ham out in Kansas.
Okay.
You're gonna have what's the meat product of Kansas?
Barbecue.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll
Ribs.
have some barbecue.
Yeah. Yes, we will.
All right.
All right. Goodbye, friends.
Yes.
It has been a pleasure to see you.
What code is Everett talking
Oh,
about?
they're trying to organize a Zoom over there.
Oh.
Guys, we will do a Zoom sometime.
Yes.
We're just so tired.
We're also super booked with Zooms at the
Yeah,
moment.
we're
So
just-
we're just trying to find a
we're
time when we can
Zoomerific.
do it when we're not doing like 12 different Zooms on the same
Yeah.
day.
All right.
All right.
Poor Matthew.
We're trying really hard.
I get to the end of the day and I fall over like a log
he
falls
doesn't
over.
even get to the end of the day.
No. All right.
Gets to like 4:30 p.m.
We love you guys. We'll see you
Yes.
soon. We'll see you
Bye,
tomorrow.
guys.
Got to get my conference call.
Yes. All right.
Bye.
Bye.